The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the 49ers and the Packers, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game.
Take it in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers.
They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trey Lance. Now Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw.
Slant route, he's got Dobbs. And the Packers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Dobbs.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Niners set to take over on offense.
And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold. What's the deal? Is that a factor or is it not a factor?
I think a lot of it depends on the personality of your head coach and how you prepare for things. And some things you just can't prepare for. If you're coming from a warm weather site, you can't make it cold enough like it is here in this ball game. But what you can do is just tell the guys, dress for the weather, and then play like we always play. And as the game goes along, typically those guys out there playing, you warm up enough that it really shouldn't affect you quite the same way. Now, if that's all you talk about, if you put that in the heads of your players, it'll affect them in a big way.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
In motion left is Watkins. So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
But it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Packers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Take it in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5. Second and 5 now.
Lance.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down. Well, when you got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes. First down, here's Mitchell.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
On second down, here's Mitchell.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Let's go.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And nothing doing. he's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Here we go.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a second and long situation. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And down to the 36-yard line here. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Lance looking to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fourth down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first two drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a three-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
26.
Now Rodgers. And he whips that one incomplete there.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
88.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Romeo Doubs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 58 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Lance. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Lance to throw it. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And a good result there, as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Hey, 626.
To throw is Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this one is incomplete.
Somehow I feel he's going to hear the same thing when he gets to the sidelines after this series. So close to the first down marker. Just tuck it and run for the first down. No sense trying to throw it downfield. And that one falls incomplete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
From the 10. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his arm.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up, taking it right down Broadway. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for...
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point,
They've delivered.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
That pick six just a moment ago. Things went from bad to worse. Look up at the scoreboard now. Not looking good here. We'll see if they can put something together on this drive. 1st and 10. Lance going back to the air after the pick six. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3.
And they have made this look easy. There's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
But once again, it's Mitchell.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners get a bit closer.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On play action, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Jones. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Aaron Jones
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
the touchdown. Here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout.
Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here's Lance.
And he's got the connection to Cole Beasley.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
And Lance now to throw.
Escaping. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Preston Smith able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Throwing now is Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point.
Well, Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Working from the gun, Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. But Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
Jones will score. Touchdown, Packers.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Shotgun now for Lance.
Dancing to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
On 1st down, Lance
completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance
toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Lance looking to throw it.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Rodgers throwing here. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From midfield, here's Rodgers.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Rodgers again now. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now a play fake. Rodgers.
That is caught by Amari Rodgers.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up?